Hello.
What up, what up? What up, Mastermind? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy to see y'all faces. Coming off of a powerful, powerful event this past Saturday. DJ wants to say hello real quick. Say hello.
Hi.
All right. All right, so we're going to have a great Zoom today. What's it? We're going to have a great Zoom today. We're going to have an interactive Zoom where we talk about our takeaways from STS and the plans that we want to put into place coming out of an STS. You know, it's great to go to an STS to get inspired. It's great to hear the stories. It's great to see the vision. It's great to see what's possible. But then the question is, what are you going to do after that? Like, what's next, right? You got the vision. You got the belief. You see what's possible. Now, what are you going to do to make sure that you are moving up in the marketing plan, increasing your royalty checks, growing your business, and you possibly can move your way from the back of the room to the front of the stage like my man Jamal did, and we're going to get into that as well, too. So we want to start out with some top 5 recognition and also some org updates. So as you guys know, your organization is 5% of your first 3 levels of supervisors, right? That's what your royalty is, and that comes in the form of a check. So on the 9th, around the 8th or the 9th of the month, Herbalife officially gives you the numbers for your previous month. All right, so we can check what our previous month is now, right? What it officially came in at, but then we can also check and see where our orgs are at as well too. So while we're doing that, those that do have an organization, we're going to go over the top 5. And for those that qualify for the top 5 with President's team member Sharif Tao from last month, the Zoom will be tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so congratulations to you guys who qualified for the Prez team mentoring session with Sharif Tao. All right, so top 5 as of today for our next mentoring session, which will be with 15K Senior Executive President's team member Mark Matika, for 35 years inside of Herbalife, the pioneer of the East Coast, right? One of the few last standing Prez team members on the East Coast that has been around since the Mark Hughes era. Top 5 as of right now, we have Latita, aka Carmen Ortiz. We have Abdus Stratton, aka Jamal Stratton. We have Daniel and Tasha Fields. We have Naila Robinson. And we have my man Will Montgomery, who just completed and came in 3rd in his bodybuilding competition. Be quiet, DJ. Coming in at honorable mention at number 6 and 7, we have Andrea Pritchett and Brianna Hargrave. You guys are right there behind Will, so at any moment you guys can hop into that top 5 spot. All right, so then let's do our org update. So give it up, fist bump, clap for the top 5 as of right now. Congratulations to those that are qualified for the mentoring session with Sharif Tao tonight at 7 p.m. And we're going to do some org updates. So I'm going to show you guys where we are collectively as an organization. All right. So as of right now, let me move this out of the way. As of right now, we're at 14,573. All right, 14,573. The way you see this is you go to your BizWorks, you go to Supervisor Volume Plus. And once you click that, it'll automatically tell you where your organization is if you have supervisors. I just want to show you guys as far as tracking what that looks like. All right, so as of right now, we're at 14,575. If you look at the 15th of the month, which is coming up in 2 days, we're a little bit behind for the month. Right, you can see right here, this is where we are on the 15th of every month. A little bit behind, but no problem. We still got 2 days to make some runs. And then officially, this is where we came in at the end of October. So royalties have ran for the previous month. So we came in at 65,034. 5% of that is 3216. So royalty check of 3216 plus any wholesale and things like that. So if you look at the tracking, right, of the month, you can see that this is our second lowest month of the year. So the beginning of the year, we were at 3146, and we went to 3767. And here, right here is where we started hitting those mill team cuts. Mill team is 4,000 royalty and above. And then we dropped back down, and then here we are right here at 3216. So the reason I'm showing you this is because what does this tell me, right? If I want to increase my royalty check, what does this tell me? This tells me that I need to work and bring in new supervisors. That's what I got to do. I got to build a bigger team of supervisors, bring in more supervisors so I can increase that royalty. All right, so for those that have orgs, let's get an update. Where y'all at?
So right now I'm at 0 right now.
Okay, and where'd your org come in last month officially?
In royalty or just the numbers?
Either one.
Okay. Well, it was 1,735.
Okay, awesome, bro. And you guys know Jamal is pushing for active royalty, so the number he wants to hit is 8,200. 8,200.
Hey, Daniel, I'll go now. So as of right now, got 1,459.25, and I finished up last month was 4,000. I just had it. It was close to 5,000.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. And Naylor's going for Get Team, which means he's pushing for 16,000. So as an organization, right, if you're looking at your organization, what does that tell you? If you're going to push for 16,000, what does that tell you? What do you got to do?
I need more supervisors, and
Exactly.
I have to lead from the front.
Exactly. And so a common mistake most people will make is if they see their organization drop, they'll try to pull more out of the people they have. It's a common mistake. You try to pull more. They call it stopping grapes. You already got all the wine you're going to get out of these grapes. If you want more, if you want to grow your business, you grow your business. It's not up to everybody else to increase your business. It's up to you. If we all take that mindset on, guess what? We'll all have the businesses that we want because we take 110% responsibility for it. So awesome, bro. Last but not least.
Mine's at 744, and last month was I tried to look for it, but I forgot. But it was like close to 5,000.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And we got Drea pushing for active world team as well. So if she ended at 5,000 last month, there's only an additional 3,200, right? An additional 3,200 for active world team. So you can see she's getting really close to getting to active world team. All right. Everybody cool with that? I know there's some new people on that don't have any DJ, you be quiet. Some don't have any supervisors yet, so this might be like over your head. It's great to get into this conversation now because you talking about royalties, talking about growing your business, it gets you in the mindset of what you need to do to actually get that. And we're going to talk a little bit later about what game are we playing. Like, what is the game that we're in inside of Herbalife? And really get focused on that. Like, and there's no right or wrong, right? There's no right or wrong reason to be inside of Herbalife. But you don't have to play anybody else's game except the game you want to play inside of Herbalife. So once we get clear about that, then we'll discuss what is your best way, your best method to make sure that that actually comes true for you. All right, so let's get into our STS takeaways. So we had over 19 years in business, Bruce and Kathy Williams, 7.5 millionaire team members, come in to do our STS this weekend. We had people from Connecticut and Buffalo come down to actually come and get some of this like 20 years of experience. And then also us that are local were able to plug in. And we sometimes you get like spoiled because you're around Bruce and Kathy so much, you're around Mark Fatiga so much. You get a little spoiled and you don't realize how much knowledge you're actually around all the time, right? How much endurance and consistency you're around all the time. So we set intentions for how we wanted to go into this event. I went into this event as I wanted to be a brand new distributor looking to build a team of coaches. That's my intention when I went in. And I definitely heard that. I definitely got that from Bruce and Kathy. And it really made me realize how much respect and admiration I have for these two people who have been able to do this business for 20 years, starting in their late 40s, almost 50 years old, and building a business that pays them well over $10,000 a month right now. They're on Social Security, but Social Security is a joke to them. All right, just think about that. Somebody starts a business in their 50s, and by the time they get to the point where they're collecting Social Security is a joke to them. Like a joke. Making well over 10,000. So let's get started with some STS takeaways. For those that were in attendance, what did you get from it? What were your takeaways from the event? What is it that you want to put into place after the event? What goals did you set, and what are you going to put into place to make sure you hit those goals? What's your game plan from your takeaways? So whoever wants to go, what's up?
All right, so I'll go.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
Appreciate it, brother. So my takeaways, this is big for me, is keep it simple, stupid. Because we're in the business of duplication, have a tendency to want to overthink things and think I have to be like this big deal in order for my business to grow. And that's not the case. All you got to do is work the three secrets that we've been told over and over and over again. And that's how you build your business. What was the other questions?
What's your goal coming out of the event, and what is the game plan? What is your structure? What is your DMO, daily method of operation? What are you going to put into place after coming out of this event?
Well, I actually hold on. Let somebody else go. My wife's calling me. Sorry.
All right. Nell, do you want to go?
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
I came to my intentions actually changed because coming to the STS, not sitting VIP, not being part of the production was definitely something different. It wasn't a bad different because I was able to see things from a different perspective. I definitely became a student, like somebody that's like brand new to Herbalife. A lot of people like to say, oh, I want to come in as if I'm a new distributor. I never really knew, like it sound good to me, but I never knew what that was until this time. So it was actually good to be able to experience that. And basically my intentions was to see how STS is like ran and like how they claim the energy. Claiming the energy, I just definitely seen. But when I got there, I was just like, you know what? I want to start my business over. And I'm glad it was them that was doing the training, because it's 19 years of experience, and the stuff that they was doing was like, yo, because I'm very creative. So hearing the stuff that they was doing, they was just like doing whatever it took, like to let people know that they open for business. And I was telling myself, I'm like, am I doing everything that it takes to say that I'm open for business? So what it did was my daily method of operation was just like, just get back to massive action and doing a whole lot of everything. And don't worry about it not being duplicatable, because I'm leading from the front. Before it was kind of, sorry about that. Somebody had the nerve to try to call. But anyways, before I was overthinking things like, all right, man, my team's going to be able to do it. They're doing it right now. So it's time to get back to the massive action, shake parties, get back to the stuff that was working, because people knew about me doing the business because they seen the shake parties, they seen all the stuff. So I was like, yo, I got to get that. I got to get the work. And I also had to realize who's the coaches and who's the people that's excited about being on products and who just like to hang out. I had to be very clear of the people that I have in my organization and get better at getting coaches and knowing the difference between a coach, a preferred member, and a fan. So that's what I got out of it. And now I'm just getting back to the 10-10, getting back plugged in, talking to people, making sure I'm talking to Damon, just getting back to the stuff that I was doing before.
Love that, bud. Awesome clarity. And I also want to shout you out too, because a lot of times when like somebody misses their cut, and when Naylor came in, Naylor was like top of the world. Like everybody's talking about Naylor, right? Like that happens to people when they come in on fire. And you know, sometimes like if you don't live up to that, people will kind of like shrink, right? But Naylor didn't shrink at all. Like he was like, whatever comes with this, let me face it. Like this is the growth. This is a growth period for him, and I respect that so much, bro. Because I experienced the same thing for myself, and it was like, okay, what can I learn from this? Like, what am I not doing? What am I doing but can do better? Let me start reaching out to people and talking to people. Like I gotta send you mad love for that, bro. Like that is the true mindset of a leader. And whatever comes in my path, I'm just gonna face it and grow from it. So awesome, fam.
All right, so I'll go. What I got, man. One of the things I got right was, so when Bruce and Kathy and them were talking.
Yo,
and,
Jamal, I don't mean to
what's
cut
up?
you off, but shout outs to you too, bro. I'm very proud of you. I wasn't here when you first started, but just to see the growth since I've been in, I want to make sure I acknowledge that. So I'm very proud of you. It was nice to see you on stage.
Appreciate it, man. Well, when Bruce Kathy was talking, I was like, damn, like everybody's a $7.1 billion company, right? And I just had a vision like my business doing say $2 million in business a year, and I'm like, can you imagine to have a business that's you can have your own business that's worth $7.1 billion in this company? Mark Hughes did it. It's not like Mark Hughes is the only one can do a $7.1 billion business. We can do it. And when they were talking, when I forget exactly how Bruce said, but he basically was saying like never give up. And I don't know what it was, but it was just brought chills all over my body. I'm like, yo, like never give up, stick around, no matter it's gonna be ups and downs, but you stick around the leadership, and that's really what happened. And I'm not gonna get into it right now, but I'll get into it a little later. But me getting on stage, it was just like I remember Stephanie McMahon said it was times where she was like, you know, she'll celebrate other people that's not on her team and ask for their autograph and everything like that, even though she wasn't rolling. She wasn't like nowhere near getting cuts or get team. But she said that she kept doing it, and she knew it eventually would be her time. And now it's like I realized that me pushing for active world team, that's cool, but it was 2 years of me just showing up. And now I got an opportunity to be on stage. And I thought that was like major. Like it was like beyond major. Like now it's finally settling in. The first day, second day, I was like, I couldn't believe it, but now it's finally settling in. And it was like sometimes as people, we are impatient. So we were like, when's gonna be my time? I've been plugging in with this thing for 2.5 years, and this is my first time being on stage. Well, one time with Damon, but this is my first time being on stage with my second section. So sometimes it takes that time, takes that work in, because people always say like, no, I'm in this thing, and sometimes they tend to drift off. But sometimes the leadership guys see that you're going to always be around. So me being on stage really got me to see that this is possible for me and the team, not the people that I bring in. When Damon saw me walk up on stage, I wanted to see like Tasha or anybody walk up on stage. See one of your people walking up on stage being celebrated. I don't know, like I just saw this is my first time actually seeing the growth in myself. I know I maybe skipped over maybe what the question was, but what I really got from it was it's possible for anybody to do this. Like it's truly possible. It's not going to happen when you want it, but when it happens, it's going to be just in time. So that's really about it.
Powerful, bro. That was so well spoken, man. Like the growth is incredible. We're gonna talk a little bit more about you doing a section on stage in a little bit, but I'm just so freaking proud of you, man. I can't tell you how many times I watched that video, bro. Like I watched that video so many times, man. Just reliving that moment over and over and over and over and over again. It was just inspiring, like truly inspiring to watch somebody come in and work their way from the back of the room to the front of the stage and you signing autographs. Thought you was a big deal before. You really a big deal now. It's real. You're a big deal now. For real. So awesome. Who's up next? Takeaways from STS, goals that you want to accomplish, and then what is your game plan? What is your action plan?
Okay, since I'm unmuted, I'll go. what I got from the STS was it's okay to be fairly new in the business. That anything is possible no matter where you're starting from, no matter what you look like, no matter your appearance, no matter if it's just the beginning for you, which I feel still a little discouraged sometimes, but the energy was amazing. The positivity. I just appreciate being a part of this community. It helps me out not only just with losing weight, but just with becoming a better me. Um, and instead of just hearing about the STS, I got to actually be there, and it was just positive, and my whole day and weekend was good from that. Um, my goal is to invite more people to the HOMs to, of course, use Burn Talk. Um, I'm actually now writing down 10 people and actually inboxing them and chasing my likes and loves. It was just nice. It was just a nice experience. I can't wait for the next one. And to get recognized for my dap and for making my cut. That was good. That was good. It just makes you want to push harder because I want to become now my next level would be not senior consultant, but
Qualified producer.
yeah, qualified producer. Thank you. That's it.
Awesome, Tay. Tay, it has been a joy to watch your growth. Like from the first time meeting you to like watching you, like the way you speak and the way you show up and your positivity and like your insight into like the things that are valuable inside of Herbalife. Like it has been amazing to watch your growth. Amazing to watch you get recognized. And how cool is it that you were able to get recognized in the same event, your first STS, and also see your coach, your upline on stage as well too. It's just amazing to watch. This stuff is amazing. Like we're witnessing the foundation of something epic right before our eyes. And it seems normal. I don't know if it seems normal to y'all, but it seems normal to me, even though I know the amount of work that it took to get to this point. So awesome. Thank you, Tay. Who's
Thank
up
you.
next?
I'll go next. So the speakers were definitely like awesome. So it's like cool. So people who don't know like their story, how their daughter gets paid off of them. So their daughter never has to ask them for money. They just have to stay active, and they have 7.5 million team members under them soon to be pres. So that's awesome. And also just not even for them, but for like Neller, like you would have never know that like he didn't hit his cut because he just stayed him and never like still doesn't like miss anything. And then as far as like Jamal, like people really don't know like how he was from the very first like LDW coming in Tim's and a whole sweat outfit. You wouldn't think that he'll be on stage with his bow tie, not even saying one So that was awesome. I was really nervous for him the entire time, but I got out of it just to stay. Like my goal was stay plugged in, get back active, and grow a new supervisor.
Awesome. Love it, Drizzy. What's your game plan for that?
So my game plan, so y'all know, most of y'all know how I like. So unlike like Neller, like me, if I'm feeling the type of way, I feel the type of way, and I get in my head and I let it like affect me big time. So my game plan is definitely don't do that. Stay plugged into like every little thing as far as like our Zooms and like showing up to HOM. So that's my main game plan. Just stay consistent, and then like with consistency, everything else is going to just flow with it.
Boom. Love it, Drizzy. Love it, love it.
Yo, damn it, can I say something about that real quick?
Of course.
Yo, Dre, now, I mean, trust me, I've been doing self-development for a while now, and I mean, before Herbalife, and asking for help is still hard. It's very uncomfortable for me because I'm the one that's
Bars.
Because I'm the one. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, that joint died.
All right, well, when he gets back on, we'll come back to Neller. All right, in the meantime, who's up next? Who wants to share? Takeaways from STS, goals coming out of the event, and what is your game plan?
I'll go next. So it was my first STS, and it was inspiring. It was, motivational. It was good to see Bruce and Kathy, 19 years of experience. You can't beat that. And I liked how they were sharing how they grew their business. Like Bruce was on the beach with a sign that said work from home. Like right now, I'm still in my pajamas and my blanket, and I'm here in a business meeting. So it shows that you can really do this from anywhere. And it also showed that how easy it looks, easy, and it sounded simple. Just use where and talking. I'm like, I think I can do this. So, and why not me? So that's what I took away from that. I also learned a lot about the products. Like Dre was sitting next to me, like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? I'm like, what's that? But so I was happy that they had that product segment. So I got a lot out of that, and I learned much more about it. And what else? My game plan is just to be more involved on social media, reaching out to people, talking, and keep showing up to the Zooms and keep showing up to the events, because I get a lot out of it.
Awesome, V. Awesome. And shout out to V. It's the first STS, but it's the second time actually driving out here for an event. And I was telling her, I walked into her car when she was leaving. I was just saying, I appreciate you so much, because there's coaches, distributors that, you'll invite them to an event and you'll tell them where it is. And they're like, that's like 35, 45 minutes away. That's too far. I'm like, what? That's too far. Like Venetia, it says 3.5 hours to get out here, but it took her about 5 hours to get out here. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to her for that. Like, I appreciate you so much for that. And I appreciate the West New York crew as well. It's a 7 hours and change drive to come out to these events. Like, I don't know if you guys realize how much belief you give us when you guys come out here to these events. You guys give us so much belief. So shout out to you guys, and shout out to V. I appreciate you, and I'm proud of you. And next STS, you're going to be on stage getting recognized too. All right, who's up next? Was that it? Oh, no, we got a couple people that haven't shared.
I'll go.
There we go.
Okay, so one thing that stood out to me was if you were your own boss, would you have fired yourself? And honestly, yes. So I learned that I need to really just give it my all. I halfway kind of do things, so I just need to just go for it, give it my all. My goals is I need to really build a consistent client base. I want a team, but I realize like I'm not completely ready for a team yet. I don't want to throw coaches in the mix if I'm not consistently building my own client base, because I want to be a leader for my coaches. And I also learned that it's really, really simple. I sometimes overthink things. So my game plan going forward is to just invite, like, stop being scared to talk to people. Just talk to people, invite them to shake parties, invite them to HOMs, just invite. And then it'll go from there. Let everybody know what you're doing. Stop being scared to talk to everybody.
Awesome, Bree. Love that. And one thing you said, which is so key, and we're actually going to do this on the next Zoom too, is that building a consistent client base and the importance of preferred memberships is something it sometimes goes like unappreciated, like having a preferred membership base and a consistent client base. So we're going to cover that on the next Zoom. The entire Zoom we're going to spend on that, like the importance of building a client base, how to build a client base, transferring clients, retail clients to preferred memberships, and learning how to have consistent volume coming in so that you don't have to build every single month with brand new clients all over again. So we're going to go over that on the next Zoom. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Bree. I saw Toya type something in. Are you unable to talk? Come on, put your camera on. I know you got something on. Okay, let me
I think
read
she
it.
said she's in class on her laptop, so she can't talk.
Okay. Do you want the next 5 years to look like the last 5 years? Get focused on. Gotcha. Got it. And I also love what Bree said as well too about if you were your own boss, would you fire yourself or hire yourself again? That was powerful for me because it's no more honest than that. Like this is a business that it's solely based on your own efforts. Like nobody's gonna actually tell you you didn't work today, so you're gonna get docked your pay. Like nobody's gonna tell you that. You just won't make anything, right? Like you just won't make anything if you haven't done the work to build a team yet. Your business hasn't moved at all. But the coolest thing is that if you put in the work now, I would be honest with you guys. Yesterday was the day where I was like, okay, Monday through Friday, I'm doing my 10 and 10. Yesterday, Candace was like, she wasn't feeling well. We took her to the hospital to get checked out. So when you go to the hospital, it's an all-day thing. So I'm in the hospital with DJ. We running around, playing around. And when I got back home, I didn't feel like doing shit. Like, I honestly didn't feel like doing a damn thing. I'm just be honest. And guess what? I didn't do anything. I just hung out. Like, we came home, we hung out. Guess what? My volume still went up. My business is still growing. It was from the work I put in the beginning of my business up until this point that allows it to continue growing. So if you put in that work, right, for those that don't have supervisors yet, if you put in that work now, build a solid team, a solid foundation, like a foundation around people plugging in, coming to events, there'll be days where you don't feel like doing anything and you don't have to, but you will still have a business that's growing because it's not just about you anymore. You've duplicated yourself. So I think that was it as far as who came to the event. If you wanted to share, though, what your actual goals are, you can. Naylor's back. He's back. Did you want to Did you want to finish what you were saying, bro?
Yes, I'm
Just
sorry.
teleported into the car.
Yes. Dre, like, you know what I mean? It's easy to just shy away. It's almost like gravity is like pulling you to like separate yourself, but you have to fight it. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of successful people that's in this business that all they did was they stayed around, they stayed plugged in. And that's what I'm learning, man. Like, I love Damon. I love you guys. And if I decide to stay away, guess what's gonna happen? That's where I'm gonna stay. I gotta stay around people that love me. I said one of the things that happened in my life when I said yes to Herbalife, well, I said yes to the products. Damon became my support system. And I mean, we can't shy away from the people that did so much for us. So I mean, even though it's hard and it's very uncomfortable, but it's worth it. So I just wanted to share that, Dre.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome, y'all. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's figure something out. The reason I wanna get into this is because, like Naylor said, and like all of us are saying, you see Bruce and Kathy. So one of my biggest takeaways from the STS, was I looked at Bruce and Kathy, whose way of doing the business was like so freaking simple. Like they literally like handing out flyers, like throwing out tossers into people's yards and plugging everybody into HOMs and STSs. Like that was it. That was it. So one of my biggest takeaways is that the actual blueprint for success as far as growing a royalty, as far as growing a 7.5 millionaire team business or a millionaire team business or a president's team business is actually given to us. Like it's actually laid out for us, right? Like it's like 4 HOMs a month, 1 training, 10 and 10, talk to 10 people about the products, 10 people about the business, people about the business and products, invite them to the HOMs, plug into those, right? Like it's laid out for us. I think the reason that some people don't do these things is because they're not actually playing that game. They're not actually playing the game of building royalties. That's not the game they're in. And that's okay. Like, there's no right or wrong, right? So that was one of my biggest realizations because as I'm sitting there listening to Bruce and Kathy, I'm like, man, this business is so freaking simple. Like, I'm so clear on all I have to do is keep doing what I'm doing every single day and don't miss events, and I will be a president's team member. So clear. Why won't people do this? Like, why won't people do this stuff? Why won't they plug into the stuff? It's because they're not playing the same game. Some people's games is different. I'm going to be real. I don't care about the gifts. I don't care about the vacations. I want to grow this royalty. I want to get that stuff because I'm a press team member. That's the game I'm in. I want to become a Black President's Team member in South Jersey. That's the game I'm playing. So I already know what the blueprint is for that. How do I know that? Because I have several examples of a simple way of doing this business for President's Team members that have built a stable business for the past 35 years. It's there already. So I want to ask you guys, what is the game that you're in? And this is I can't be more clear about this. You don't have to say what somebody else has put on you as an expectation. I can't be more clear, because if you only do what was put on you by your sponsor or by what you heard, you won't sustain it because it's not authentic to you. This has to be something that will drive you until you get there, not something you're only doing for the praise and the recognition. It has to be something that will drive you until you get there. So what game are you in? Some people are in because they want to make a couple $100 extra a month. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are in it because they love the community. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are in it because they like the recognition and they want to get on stage. There's nothing wrong with that either. But if you know the game you're in, we can definitely help you set up a game plan to get there. For example, if you want to get on stage, let's talk about that, right? From the back of the room to the front of the stage. So for those that don't know, when Jamal came into this business, right? When Andrea showed up with Jamal at Jam when we had a nutrition club, my first sentence to Drea was, watch him, I don't trust him. That's what I said. That's the way he looked. That's the look and the vibe he had. Yo, watch that guy. I don't trust him, yo. That was Jamal. But guess what? We still gave him opportunity because this is Herbalife. So even though I prejudged, I still gave him opportunity. And guess what Jamal did? He showed up to every single jam class. He showed up to every single HOM. He showed up to every single event. He built relationships with the leadership, with Mark Matika, with Bruce and Kathy Williams, with Patty Vincent. He built relationships with his peers and Sonic and Mars. And he has relationships with people I don't even have a relationship with, because he's always around. And it took him 2 years of doing that with no reward except for his retail profits and a couple dollars in wholesale, right? All of that to the point where the leadership reached out to me and said, yo, I want to get Jamal on stage. Do you think he's ready? I can't tell you guys how it felt to think about the guy that walked in the jam and me saying, yo, watch that guy, I don't trust him. To when the leadership says, yo, you think he's ready? And I'm like, hell yeah, he's ready. Hell yeah, he's ready. I can't tell you guys how great that felt. So I want to say shout out to you, Jamal. Congratulations, bro. So I just want you to go. I just want you to give people the blueprint for going from the back of the room for the front of the stage. Because this is whatever game you're in. If your game, the game you're playing, not you, Jamal, but for anybody, if the game you're playing is you love being a part of Herbalife because you want to be on that stage, you want to get recognized, you want to get into public speaking, whatever it is, you want to get from the back of the room to the front of the stage. Let's hear the blueprint from Jamal on how to actually do that.
So appreciate it, Dame. Also appreciate you too, Nelly, because that wasn't the first time you said that to me. You said that to STS. But honestly, the blueprint, like I said, I started in the back, literally there in the back, because I didn't know all that hypeness and all that stuff. I was like, yo, all right, I'm just here right now. But like I always say, I heard about supervisor, I heard about coach being a coach. I didn't know what none of that was. So supervisor and the coach could meant the same thing to me. I didn't know what it was, but I kept sticking around, right? I kept sticking around, and I saw that you can make some money. I saw 10,000. But at this time, we're allowed to talk about how much a president's team made on stage. So I'm hearing vision. I'm like, yo, I'm in this thing. So honestly, like I always say, like my first check in, everybody, when I cashed it, that sealed the deal for me. It made me realize that, yo, this is exactly what I want to do. So I always cling to Damon. So I'll always listen to everything that he was saying. Like sometimes I'm hard headed. Sometimes I'll listen to it, a little bit of it, or I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready for that, and then get on it. That's okay. But I end up coming back. I was like, all right, he's right. So I just stuck around the leadership. Kept going to all these HOMs. It was times where I used to take Ubers to HOM, 45 minutes away, $60 there and back, and I still had to pay for the HOM, the $10. So I spent like $70 a week going. Understand what I'm saying? And I just knew that one day it will pay off. Well, this is before Tayu was in it, Sylvia, everybody like this. I was like, one day it will pay off. I'm going to keep doing this. And so I kept doing it and doing it and doing it, sticking around the leadership, being around Damon, sticking around the leadership, everything. And eventually you're going to do with birds of a feather flock together. So if you, depending on the birds that you're hanging out with, that's who you're going to be. I was hanging out with some amazing birds. I'm hanging out with Mark Matika, Damon, I'm Bruce and them. I'm hanging out with them people. So what do you think is going to happen? Right? And and also like president's team, they always tell you, you're not going to make it the president's team if you're not going to these HO1s, STSs, these events. It's not going to happen. And I'm just going to just hit you with it. It ain't going to be one of them people where I never went to no events. I stayed home, built this business. It's not going to happen. You have to come to these events. It may not be like local events like Thursdays. I understand people out of state, you can't make it, but we got a Wednesday call. Like, plug people on the Wednesday. If they can't get on their cell phones and they're always on it, they're not serious anyway. So going to these events, it's powerful. This is easy. 2.5 years of me doing this. Some of you guys may feel like, yo, Jamal, like, like I see you got this supervisor. I see you got this supervisor. Because my first supervisor is June, and she's on the call right now, Sylvia. Okay, so that was my first supervisor, and she was because that's when I was doing Lyft. When I was getting rides to HOM and back, and getting rides to Damon's house and back, she was my Lyft driver. And I literally just had an amazing conversation with her. She started on the products and then became a coach and became a supervisor in her first month. It took me 2 years. But guess what? A president's team member that hit president's team is Michael Cass. And it took him 2 years to get his first supervisor. So don't be impatient. Just let it happen. Understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be some ups and downs, but I'd rather go do ups and downs with Herbalife. Because if you got to think about it, if you stop Herbalife, then what? Where are you going? What's the reason why you started Herbalife? It doesn't got to do nothing to do with the business. What's the reason why you started Herbalife? To lose weight? Get healthy? So you're going to stop Herbalife so you're just going to be unhealthy and be miserable. Understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So the best thing I always do is I always talk to people. I always talk to Dame. I talk to Dame about, yo, Dame. All right, I feel better now. I'm good. But the thing is, I don't unload them. I just give them a little bit of what I'm thinking, because I'd rather, like, anybody on here, your sponsor always rather you come to them and talk to them than you just be in your own head. I swear to God, they do. Me, I'm the type of coach. I don't have a wife or no kids, nothing like that. So you can call me at 12 and be like, yo, listen, as long as you have a plan. You can vent to me, but as long as you have a plan to get out of your own stuff. Understand what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to make this thing last super long, but it's very easy. Just come to these events. Just come to the events. It's not even long. It's not even hard. Just come to the events and listen. Come to the events and listen. The first time Damon said, yo, I remember one time you said, yo, you should read a book. I was like, book? Like, you remember that? I was like, think a book. I said, I didn't read that damn book. 2 years later, I'm out here reading the book, and my whole front line gets books. Not anybody on this call that I sponsor, they got a book they call The Four Agreements. Understand what I'm saying? So I love reading them books now because it gets me to be the best version of myself. And that's what everybody's about. When you become the best version of yourself, you're really unlearning the bad habits, the bad thoughts, and the bad everything that you were learning 23 years or 32 years, whatever how long you've been in. It's just unlearning the nonsense that you were taught. And so when you finally unlearn all that nonsense, you realize that it's just you just talking junk in your own head. You just talking to your own self. Like, would you be friends with somebody that's talking bad about you, just like you're talking bad about yourself? Probably not. So don't talk bad about yourself. There's gonna be times where you're gonna be talking bad about yourself, but you get out of your own shit. Excuse me. You get out of your own stuff and talk to somebody about it. And that's the reason why now I got on stage and did my own section. Took me 2.5 years. First year, the first time I did it, I never thought I was gonna get on stage. I saw. This is what I saw. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry. I saw white people on stage, and I was like, "Yo, this ain't gonna be me." That's the first person. I saw Nick Matika. That was my first HOM. I saw a person said, "I said, well, they gonna be the only ones doing that." Then I saw black people. I saw Chase. Chase got tattoos on his face, tattoos down his arms. Oh, if this guy can do it, I know I can do it. 2 years later, I finally did my own section. I was on stage, and it felt amazing. You understand how it felt to want to be on stage? I'm coming from Camden, New Jersey, yo. Like, I understand what I'm talking about, where I never thought this was going to happen. So for me to be on stage representing a $7.1 billion company, it's amazing. And all I want to do is just get the coaches that I sponsor to be where I am now. Like, you may not see the vision, but when Mark, you say borrow my eyes, borrow as much as possible. Borrow to get that vision, get that glimpse of vision. As long as you have that glimpse of vision, keep going and going and going and going and going, and eventually you will be on stage. Eventually you'll get the team that you want. Eventually it will happen. The average person in Herbalife does 13 years to get the president's team. 13 years to get the president's team, right? If it took 13 years, would it be that bad? And no matter how old you are right now, 13 years later, you're making $30,000 a month. Well, you be like, damn, that took long. Or you're gonna be like, yo, I made it. And most of these people don't even take 13 years. Our upline Khalil took 2.5 years. Super Mario took 2 years. There's plenty of people that took 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. But that's just the average, 13 years. And I just know that if I stick around these events and plug into all the HOMs, STSs, going to Damon's house, just the little things, going to Damon's house, getting on these calls and stuff like that, that's what matters. Because guess what? We have a big team. There's over 600, 700 some people in the organization. And look who's on these calls right here. This ain't just us. No, Damon got a whole 2.5 get team line. Understand what I'm saying? But you have to do the little small things. You may think it don't matter, but when I was on stage and I got off stage, people were like, Jamal, yo, you inspired me. I saw your growth since day one. I saw this, since you did that one section with Damon about how you do it online, like basically on Facebook, I've been trying to use that. I'm like, damn, like you actually paid attention to that? And you're like, yeah. So people are watching what you do. You're like, Aaron Bree, if people watching you, I'm watching you. Understand what I'm saying? Nisha, people watching you. Dre, people watching you. They're dead serious. Like, they're watching you. If Nella say, yo, I'm done right now, that will impact you, Bree, and everybody in the front line. They're like, Nella, really? So it matters with everything that you do. So just be the best version of yourself. Sorry, this is a long, drawn-out conversation, but just plug into 4 HOMs, 1 STS, stick around in leadership. If it gets tough, talk to your sponsor or your upline, doesn't match. Talk to somebody, get out your own shit, and keep going. That's really about it.
Boom. I hope y'all caught all those nuggets, but most importantly, did y'all hear what he said at the end? If you want to get on stage, just repeat that part at the end, bro. If you want to get on stage, what is this you got to do if you want to get on stage?
You want to get on stage, 4 HOMs, 1 STS a month. That's it.
Simple, right? Like, simple. Because what happens is you come to the HOMs, you come to the STSs, right? You're going to be told to get on production, right? They're going to say, you should start contributing, get on production team. You get on a production team. Now they're going to say, okay, so they've been plugging in, they've been consistent, they've been contributing to the event, right? They've been giving, right? They've been giving to the event. Now let's give back to them. Let's get them on stage. And they'll ask you, would you like to go on stage? Right? There's a whole nother team that plugs in as far as like Philly to the different events. and they said they were saying they wanted to get on stage, right? They got their own STS, their own H1s and all that. They were saying they want to get on stage at the quarterly events, right? The people that are going to get on stage at those quarterly events are the ones that do production at those quarterly events. That's who's going to get on stage, the ones who are giving to the event. It doesn't matter what your pin is. It doesn't matter what you do as far as volume and your income. None of that matters. It just matters that you're giving. Because this is Herbalife, y'all. If you haven't realized, if this is Herbalife, it's a different type of company right here. If you want a reward, you give in Herbalife, and then you get it back in spades. So awesome. So the question is, what game do you guys want to play? What game are you guys in? What is it that you're in? I already told you my game. My game is I'm in the business of growing royalties and it's president's team. That's the game I'm playing. Anything else is a distraction. How about y'all?
Yo, I go. I'm going to be the first president's team member out here in Western New York. That's already there. You know what I mean? That's there. Also too, I'm here to keep it simple, and I'm staying out my way, and I'm taking it very personal. I'm taking it personal that I keep it simple. Because I'm not just responsible for what I do in the business, but there's people. Yeah. All right, nice shoes, baby. There's shoes. I mean, now she got me saying shoes. Naily. All right. Eddie's talking. I'm up here saying shoes because she's saying shoes. But, you know what I mean? I got my daughter looking up to me. I got people that I'm meeting looking up to me. There's people out there that need their lives changed. I got to take this serious. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about me. Like Damon said, when you contribute to the events, guess what? The events is going to contribute to you, which is going to boost up your self-esteem. It's going to boost you up as a person. You're going to be stretching yourself. And guess what else? The laws of attraction, everything is going to be coming towards you because you're elevating yourself, all because you gave back to it. So if I'm helping a bunch of people get what they want, guess what? I will become a president's team member. But I have to do the work. I got to get out my way. So that's why I say I'm going to make it very personal that I keep it simple. Simple. If Shake Parties got me 10,000, helped me generate 10,000 volume points in my business in 1 month, guess what? I'm going to get to that. If it helped my team grow, I'm going to get to that. Because my team showed up, guess what? They moved up with me. So it's that simple. I did it before. Guess what? I'm going to do it again, period. I'm going to get the best results of my life. I'm going to get on I'm in front of Save a Lot right now, which is crazy because Save a Lot, if you think about the word Save a Lot, what we're doing, we saving a lot of people. I'm about to get some real healthy food, get on my nutrition plan, get great results. You know what I mean? Keep sharing that stuff, pumping up social media, talking to people in the locker room, in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I'm going to keep it. I ain't keeping Herbalife a secret. Everybody need to know it just like they know my name. Period. That's it. That's it. That ends my turn then.
Awesome, bro. All right, so I want everybody to get a chance to actually share. So what is the game that you're in? Like Naylor's game is he wants to go to president's team and he wants to keep it simple. What's the game you guys are in? I want everybody to get a chance to share.
All right, so I'll keep. Oh, go ahead, Go ahead.
No, go, Jake. You go.
Okay, I'll just keep this going. My goal is to, of course, be a president.
These iPhones, man. Y'all funny with these iPhones.
Yo, I was spitting fire just now. Yo, they cut me off. All right, so listen. So I want to be the first Black Chairman's Club member in South Jersey.
Boom.
And that's what fires me up.
Got it.
Okay, I want to be on the president team. That's where I'm going. And keeping it simple, like Naylor said, I always keep it on my social media. It's been working for me great. And that's it. Keep it simple. Social media, and just keep working it like I've been doing it. It's been working.
Awesome. Got it, Carmen. Now, just to be clear, because you guys heard Carmen, Jamal, and Naylor say their game is president's team, that doesn't mean that yours has to be that. Like, just be honest with yourself. What game are you in? Who's up next?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Mine's is financial freedom. I just want to go as far as I possibly can with this company. My number one priority is personal development. If your mind is right, you feel better about yourself, you can help other people. So, yeah.
Got it. Clear, Tay. Clear and honest. Number one goal is personal development. Got it. That's the game that you are in. Love that. And financial freedom.
Okay. I want to build a team here in Connecticut, and I don't want to quit and I don't want to give up. Like yesterday at work, one of the nurses were saying to me, "Oh, we'll see how long you'll last with this." I'm like, "Really? Okay, watch me."
Gotta be. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know the feeling when you heard that. Oh, that used to fire me up. When people say, "I wonder how long you're gonna be doing Herbalife." Oh, you should. My family used to say that. You should get a degree. You should get your degree just in case this Herbalife thing don't work out. Oh, yeah. Keep talking it. That is motivation right there. Gotta be. Who's up next?
Me. So mine is to be the youngest press team in like our tri-state, like LDW area. So every Maryland, New York, Philly, Jersey, all that.
Got it. Tri-State Drizzy. Got it.
I'll go. Our game plan is to get the president's team, make a difference in my hometown of Buffalo, New York. I didn't come back for no reason. And to show everybody how simple it is to run your own business and make money.
Got it. Boom. Got it, Bree. Young Prez, what up? What's up next? In the meantime, I'm going to read, I think it was Steve. All right, Steve said, my game is financial freedom and building a legacy for my son. Got it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, sir.
All right, my goal is to be consistent with myself. That's my daily thing. I want to prove to myself that I can follow through with something. And I realized that the way I do things, I got to do it in a meticulous order, or else I get flustered. And that's just me. But I want to thank Jamal for not giving up, because he's a little persistent, and I need that. So that's it. Real simple.
Got it, Sylvia. Consistency. Got it. All right, Janine's his millionaire team and to be financially free. Got it. Anybody else? Miss anybody? That was it. All right, awesome. So let's talk about this then. So you guys got your game plan. So let's talk about this, right? For those that said president's team, building a team, millionaire team, financial freedom, let's talk about it. Do I have your permission to be 100% honest with you guys? I gotta see everybody thumbs up. I gotta get everybody's permission to be 100% honest with you guys. Okay, cool. All
Yo,
right.
it gotta be raw though. It can't be that.
Yo,
Super
Naylor
Bowl.
this morning told me he want the hood Damon, not the suburb Damon anymore. He said, yo, you gotta talk like the hood Damon.
Yeah, I need 6 years ago,
living in the
Damon.
suburbs.
6 years ago.
Now, y'all don't want 6 years ago Damon. That's not what y'all want. I did not work this hard on myself to go back to that. That ain't what y'all want. But I can be honest and I can be raw with you guys. So here's the thing. If you are talking about you want to build a team, right? This is just the facts. If you are talking about you want to build a team and you want to grow royalty and you don't come to events, stop fooling yourself. Stop playing yourself. Stop acting like you're in this game, because you're not. You're not. Now, if you said, I want to make a couple $100 extra selling Herbalife products each month, and you don't come to events, that's in line. You're on the right path. Thumbs up. If that's your game, you just want to sell a couple products each month and make some extra money, thumbs up. You're in the right game. But if you are talking about building a team, building a check, building a royalty, going to the tag team, and you don't come to events, one, but also you don't come to events with someone, you're playing yourself. Stop. Stop saying that. Stop telling people that. Stop acting like that's what you want, because that is not the case at all. But when you hear this, I want you guys to recognize the power in this, though. For whatever your game plan is, whatever it is that you want to be in this, right? Recognize the power in this. Whatever it is that you want to do, there is literally a blueprint for it. And you can take the power of it. So if someone tells you, if you want to go from the back of the room to the front of the stage, and they say, all I did was show up to 4 Thursdays and 1 Saturday a month, you can take the power in that and say, 4 Thursdays and 1 Saturday a month, I will be on stage and I will be fly and I will shut it down and I'm going to pick my walk-up song and give that. I'm going to get mic'd up. The guy going to slide the cord through my shirt and put the mic right here on my collar. And I'm going to go on that stage and I'm going to sign autographs. And all I got to do that is 4 Thursdays and 1 Saturday a month. Are you kidding me? If I want to talk powerfully to a room full of over 100, 200, 300 people, all I got to do is show up 4 times, 5 times a month. That's it. Done. You can take power in that. But if you're not willing to do that, don't lie to yourself. You ain't ready for that game. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready to be tag team members yet if that's not what you're willing to do. But if you are, here's my promise to you guys. If you are willing to do that, it's yours. Here it is. It's yours. Like Jamal said, it might not be in the time frame that you want, but it will be right on time when you are ready. Guess what? Jamal was ready to hold down a section. If it would have happened sooner, who knows what would have happened on that thing. You heard Drea say she was nervous. I know exactly why she was saying that. Who knows if he would have been ready? But guess what? It was the perfect time. Why? Because he had been around so many powerful people. He had been around so many people that were successful. He was listening to the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, how they deliver a message, how they speak clearly. So guess what you got? You didn't get Jamal from Camden. You got Jamal with 2.5 years in Herbalife. That's what you got on stage. It's a drastic difference. Drastic. So if you want to play this game, y'all, if you want to play this game, building a team and building a royalty, don't play yourself and give yourself reasons why you don't come to events. Don't play yourself. Just be real with yourself. If you're not willing to commit to events, it's okay, but you ain't building a team. It's okay, but you ain't in the game of building a team. You guys cool with that? Clear? So now people know, like you literally let people know where you are. When you show up to events, your coach knows they want to build a team. They want to build this business. When you don't show up to an event, your coach says to you, this is honestly what goes through a coach's head when you don't show up to an event. This is what they say. They either need to be a preferred member or they need to go back to working on their personal results. One of those. Because they're not in the business of building a business. That's not what's happening. They ain't ready yet. They ain't ready. A little more personal development, a little more Formula One, a little more T, a little more results. Give them a month or two. Then they might be ready. You literally tell your coach where you are by how you show up and if you show up. Anybody have anything about that? Any questions? Is there anything coming up for somebody that's like, nah, that ain't true?
Yeah, for me, Damon, because I come to every HOM every Thursday and I don't bring anybody, but I can't get anybody to come. I offer them the invitation, but they don't show up. So what does that mean for me?
Got
What
you.
do I do?
Gotcha. Anybody else? Thumbs up if anybody else feels that way too. I'm coming, but nobody else is showing up. Thumbs up. Anybody else feel that way? So first off, props to you, Tay. And I knew when I said that, I knew you were listening for that. Like, but I don't got nobody coming. And guess what? I heard the same thing when I was going to events and I was showing up, plugging in everything. Our upline, Laura Holloway, she used to make us write down the number of people we had on our team and the number of new people we personally invited to each event. And when everybody posted their numbers, right, it was very revealing because it was like, damn, I got 0 again, 0 again, 0 again, 0 again. And there's people with like 2, 3, 5. I'm like, damn, am I not building? Like, this is honestly what was going on in my head. I believe at the time I was like acting royalty. And it's each event I'm showing up 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Very, very embarrassing. But here's the thing, Tay. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So the only thing that's missing from you, it's not missing from you, but the only thing that's missing from you showing up with someone is you just haven't talked to the right person yet. That's it. That's it. There's the power. You can have the power back because you invite these people, but they don't show up. Guess what? It's just not the right time for them. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's got to keep talking to more people. And then you'll be that person that shows up. You invite. You'll be the person that shows up with 3 new people to an HOM. And people are going to be like, yo, Tay, what's your secret? Because I've been inviting, but it's not really working. I did my list. I did my 2020 list. I wrote down all these people. I invited everybody out, but nobody came. 10 people said they was going to come, and they didn't even show. What's your secret? It's just a numbers game. That's it. It's not you. You're just the messenger. You're not the message. You're just the messenger. So if you invite somebody to come check out a business opportunity or check out a business with products that can help them get healthy, and they choose not to show up, they're not saying no to you. They're just saying not at this time. Right now, I'm not willing to check out a business opportunity. Right now, I'm not willing to check out a nutritional company. I'm not ready. And that's okay. Just keep going. Just keep inviting new people. The one thing you have, though, in your favor is that, well, what do you have in your favor? What is it that you are doing that will almost guarantee you will build a team? That's a question I'm asking. What is it?
Oh, my team that I have behind me and with me, that's what I think.
You're showing up.
And I show up, yes.
That's it. That's a guarantee. Keep doing that. I guarantee you will play the game enough to where you start inviting enough where people start doing exactly what you are doing. Because that's what this business is. People will do what you do. So if you show up to everything, it's only a matter of time. If I could give you guys anything, this is the truth. You will talk to hundreds of people in Herbalife. You will sign up hundreds of coaches. You will lose tons of people. You'll lose clients, you'll lose coaches. That's just what's going to happen. But you don't need everyone. You only need a few serious people. So out of all the people you talk to, you're going to find those serious people that will drive from Buffalo, New York. You'll find those serious people that will drive from Connecticut. You'll find those serious people that will drive an Uber, catch an Uber. You only need a few. So here's the nugget. It's only a matter of time before you find you. Whatever you is, right? Whatever you is and how you're showing up, it's only a matter of time before you will find that. So the power is this. Choose who you want to be and then be that until you find another you. That's it. Anybody else? Anything coming up in this conversation for you guys?
All you need is 3.
That's it. 3 serious people. Anybody else? Y'all can be real. Like, we can talk.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, just the way, like what you said, Tay. Like it was times where I invited a lot of people. Like STS, I invited 10 people. They all said yeah. None of them showed up. Like, and that's cool with me. But I just know that I got to invite another 10. The name of the game is inviting, and don't be down on yourself because I was down on myself when people didn't show up. I just kept inviting people, and that's how you came. I invited you, and look at you, you stuck. But it took me 100. It took me a lot of people. I speak to a lot of people every day, so it took me a lot of people. But finally, one stuck, and now it's like, yo, that's 100% worth it. When you find that one person, it was worth going through 50 people, because then now they're sticking around.
Yep. Anybody else? Who on here is like, nah, you don't need to come to events. Oh, who for someone's coming up like, yeah, I would come to events, but there's that but.
Okay. I need to learn how to drive, first of all. In order for me to move, I need to let my kids, I need to trust my kids more. That's what keeps me, like thinking twice in order for me to leave for a whole weekend and leave my kids on the hood that I am. And the way they are. So I need to start learning how to trust my kids, leave them alone, and just do what I have to do. So I'm working on that, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. But I can't wait till we get our own here. But I'm gonna work on that. I'm working on that.
Got it, Carmen. Got that. I can see that happening too. Me and Nella talked about that too.
Hey, I want to say something about that.
Go ahead, bro.
So, and Damon, I want you to touch on that just so that way, my organization is clear on it. We show up so we can learn. I mean, we don't show up so I could be the runner, run it by myself. I mean, we gonna run it together as a team. And I mean, just like they have a production team that, you know, everybody play their part, that come together that make the events successful. But if I'm the only one on production, then y'all would never know how the event's supposed to be. So we got to be the ones that make the necessary sacrifices in order to build one out there. So we have, because it's not mainly Daddy's talking. It's not about us making it convenient for us to be out there, because by the time that comes, we're gonna be president team members. We're gonna be, you know, we're gonna have millionaire team members on our team. We're gonna have get 2.5 members on our team, and I mean world team members on our team. Like around that time, and I mean, it ain't gonna be about like, all right, let's make sure. And I mean, I'm glad that we have it out here, so that way we don't have to travel out there. And I mean, we could fly out there if we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we got to create that vision of like, yo, all right, I'm going to do this because I know that there will be somebody that may have a hard time traveling out to a different location to a SES. So let's do what's necessary for that person in the future, not for where we are now, because we got to be the ones building. We the foundation. That's how I look at it. We're the foundation, so we have to do what's necessary to make it happen. So I just wanted to touch on that.
That's real talk. So here's the thing. If you guys want to build your own event, right, out in Buffalo, here's the game plan, right? You got to have the game plan. You got to have the plan of action. Here's the game plan. Number one, you guys are plugging into the Wednesday night online HOMs, right? So you know what that's giving you? It's giving you the structure of an HOM. It's also giving you the stories every single week. Here's number two. You guys started your own HOM locally, right? So you know what's next? Have each other practice running HOMs. Everybody gets a turn running HOMs, right? Even if you're shy, guess what? You want to learn how to do a meeting? Do one. That's Mark Hughes. That ain't Damon, that's Mark Hughes. Want to learn how to do a meeting? Do one. Do another one, all right? Third step, come to events, get on production, and learn how to produce an STS. That's it. That's your game plan right here. You guys do that enough and bring enough people into that actual flow, you will have enough people to do your own STS out in West New York. Guaranteed. That's the game plan. That's how you do it. And guess what? Now you ain't got to worry about driving all the way out here. Even though we'll miss y'all. We'll see y'all for the LDWs. We'll see y'all for the kickoffs. We'll miss y'all. But how cool would it be if we came out to your event? How about that? How about we travel out to your event and come pack your event out in West New York? So in order to do that, you got to lay the foundation. You got to lay the bricks. And that's how you get it. All right, so I'm just going to go over the upcoming events. My bad, y'all. I know we ran a little bit long. Try to keep it to an hour. So the upcoming events, I'm going to share my screen for you guys real quick. So we have the Herbalife promos. So first off, hold up. I didn't want to do this one first. First one I want to do is the baseline promo. All right, so the baseline promo is for all supervisors, right? And for all supervisors, what you guys get to do is look at your September and October volume. If you add 500 to it, that's what you need for tier 1. If you add 1,000 to it, that's what you need for tier 2. Tier 1 is this Herbalife shaker bottle. Tier 2 is the shaker bottle plus the lifestyle bag with the Herbalife branded headphones. And who else knows what else is in that bag? You already know Herbalife always giving you some extra goodies. So add up your September and October volume. And we ain't gonna go for tier 1. We're going for tier 2. Add up September and October, right? Add 1,000 to that. And then divide that by 2. That's the minimum you need to do in November and December in order to qualify for the Beat Your Baseline holiday promotion. So why am I telling you guys to actually add it up, write it down? Because you need to see it. So this is what I got. My baseline promo, I need 38.44 minimum in November and December. Minimum. This is what I got to do this month and next month to make sure that I get those Herbalife branded headphones, which I will have. So in January, when you guys see me on the Mastermind Zoom, I won't have these on no more. I'm going to have my Herbalife Beats on. Letting y'all know right now. All right, so that's that. Also, we have December 8th STS coming up. Make sure you guys get your tickets in advance because you guys know how the holidays is. I'm telling you guys, this month will fly by. It will get away from you if you let it. Believe me. So first off, set your goal for where you want to finish the month at and then put that day before Thanksgiving. That's first off. Set your goal to hit your goal before Thanksgiving because I promise you the month will fly by on you, especially with the holidays. Second, make sure you guys get your December 8th STS ticket, PhiladelphiaSTS.com. Also get your January kickoff tickets as well. That is still at the discount price, so make sure to take advantage of that. That is also PhiladelphiaSTS.com. Lastly, we have our Mountain Mansion Retreat. Congrats to everybody that qualified for the first cut. Second cut this month for World Team and Below is 1,500 documented volume points. So 1,500 and your second cut is done. Then all you got to do is make sure you get the momentum going into December to finish out your third and final cut. Let's represent. This is the first time we're doing an East Coast overnight mansion promo. This is the first time ever. So make sure you guys stay in momentum for that. And then last but not least, there's something special I want to tell you guys about. You guys know that our LDW is typically in Philly. You guys know that we've been at like different locations. We've done Cherry Hill. We've done Philly. You guys know that we also had New York come down. New York would usually come down to our LDW, but the last time when New York came, it's so out of control, the event was literally sold out. Like, it was to the point where the fire marshal was like, y'all got too many people in this one room. It was over 1,300 people in that room. Well, guess what? We want to collaborate again. We want to bring everybody back again. So we're going to have Jersey, Philly, New York, Delaware, DMV area, all collaborating for the April 2019 LDW, and we're going down to Atlantic City, where it'll hold 3,000 people in one room. So April 2019. How many people been to Extravaganza before? Thumbs up if you've been to Extravaganza. Y'all know what that energy is like, right? We're going to create an energy like Extravaganza on the East Coast. April LDW 2019 will be in Atlantic City, and the whole East Coast is plugging in. I'm telling you guys now, bust your ass now, build your team now, because the experience of that is going to be mind-blowing. This is going to be one of those events where the game changes. And yes, it is a lot of people. Yes, it takes a lot of work in the background. We're doing this so that we can all move in this business. And we are just getting started. So that's all I got. Thank you, Mastermind, for rocking out with us for 1 hour and 23 minutes. I appreciate you guys. I will have a recording very, very soon. Do me a favor, you guys. Just post your actual goals. Post your actual goals in the chat. If you're not in the supervisor chat, post it in your actual chat with you and your upline. Post your goal before Thanksgiving. What is the goal you're going to hit before Thanksgiving? And we'll make sure we all hold each other accountable to that. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. To the top 5 with Sharif Tao. I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. For everyone else, I will see you guys on the online HOM tomorrow night at 9:25 p.m. Eastern time. Mastermind, we are out.